into summer. We're gorgeous blue skies, hot weather here in London, and I am feeling more and more like myself because I am Australian and this weather just makes me feel like how I should be feeling. So, welcome, beautiful people, wherever you are in this world, whether it's morning, whether it's evening. We are doing a lioness activation right now because I thought it would be really beautiful for you to kind of capture a deeper part of your power and learn to live from it. Learn to live from it because the lioness energy is such a beautiful, strong archetypal force. And when I mean lioness, I'm talking about the part of us that feels alive with our own power, the part of us that feels enlivened by our own sexual energy as a sacred force. I'm talking about the part of us that feels enlivened by our ability to speak our truth, to set our boundaries, to go for our desires and our passions. I'm talking about that part of us that wants to live more and is fierce and courageous and brave to go for what that part of that aliveness. Do you know, we want to go for that energy of that aliveness. We want to feel it moving through us, this lioness energy. And for me, the lioness is this part of us that is so visionary as well. She has an idea about who she is meant to be in this world, what she's meant to achieve. She has a vision of what she expects from her relationships. She has a knowing about who she is as a sexual being. She has an awareness of her own dreams and her own desires, and she deeply knows that she can create something from the nothingness, and she will do it. She will do it. And this lioness power is beautiful. So for this activation, this live, this little talk, it's a transmission from my lioness to welcome your lioness to exist more. It's a opportunity for you to open up the molecules of all your cells and let it be a gateway to download and activate your own self to bring this new heightened energy to you, because the lioness is a beautiful, proud woman who knows who she is and what she's meant to do. And we all need a little bit more of this energy, that is for sure. And so this is what we're doing now. So hello, hello, hello. um, it's come beautifully, this lioness energy, as the summer energy starts to peak as well. I often like watching how the movements of life and the movements of nature exist and how we can move with the elements of nature. And so we are coming up, if you're in the northern hemisphere, to this kind of peak of the solstice where the sun energy is getting brighter and brighter and bigger and bigger and bigger, and the days taking over the night. And so what this allows us to do, it allows us to ride the waves of this sunshine energy, ride this extra light that's going on around us, and use it to empower us, use it to take us to a new level. So this is also something to always be aware of, is when you're starting to step into new energy and new power, how can I use the elements, how can I use the forces of life around me to support me, to help me to move with that, so that the building blocks of light, right, the building blocks of the sun can build me up to a greater position inside myself. So I also want to acknowledge that too, that actually in the beautiful calendar that we're in at the moment, there is a lot more sunlight, right? So it will support the lioness energy, because the lioness energy is an energy where we liberate ourselves from the inside out, where we have acknowledged we have an inner beauty. We have already acknowledged that we live in an extraordinary female body temple. We have already acknowledged that the sexual energy is a beautiful sacred force that weaves us together and supports and strengthens our own system, not something to be given away. We have already acknowledged that, yes, we are the goddess who is filled with pleasure and desire and is super aware of her body and her cells and her being communicating with us. And we're also aware that we have already become this place of where my senses are active and I can feel the pleasure in every single moment. This is important to have moved through and acknowledged, this kind of goddess, self-goddess pleasure I am woman, I am breasts, I'm yoni, I'm vagina, I'm here, right? It's very important that we remember this phase first, because this is how we then move into the lioness energy. So this goddessy woman in power energy, this I'm aware of the consciousness of my nipples, and I'm aware of the consciousness and the power of my womb, and all of those women things, right? I'm aware of my sexual energy, I'm aware of my boundaries, those are very important. I'm aware that I love myself, I can accept myself. These are all foundational energies for the lioness to start or waking up, right? We need to have these deeper building blocks of the self, because the journey of this self goddess, woman in love with herself, woman as her own soulmate, is very powerful, because what that does allows us to go, I found my inner beauty, right? I found who I am from the space, from the perspective of my female body temple. I have woken up this woman, right? This inner beauty exists through me. And then we move into letting the inner beauty pop out to become an outer radiance, right? First, we feed ourselves. First, we acknowledge that we love our own being. First, we go, I am beautiful inside out. I am worthy. I am sacred. I am deserving of love. I come from love. In fact, everything I do and experience is an experience of love, you know, with myself and with life. I have a dynamic love affair with myself. I have a dynamic love affair with life. And this is an important foundational block. It's the completion of the goddess energy. And a woman always needs to complete this first, 100%, because that inner beauty realized, right, will then push out into life to become the outer radiance, to become the outer radiance. And we need that part of us to start shining, and like, here I am, world, right? Here I am. And this is the journey of embodied soul brilliance. Well, this is, or if I'm to be more specific, this is the female journey of the soul incarnating, right? We all can incarnate our soul in many, many different ways. But if you have a female body, right, a female body temple, and it doesn't matter if your sexual orientation is towards men or women, I'm talking about the female body temple, breast and yoni and womb and all that gorgeousness. There is a beautiful journey that we get to take of incarnating our soul into our body and then out, letting our embodied soul brilliance exist. So we begin by letting that soul come into the female body temple and all that goddessy stuff. And then it starts to birth out into life, our outer radiance. We are here. We're unafraid to touch the molecules of reality and show life. This is who I am. This is how I think. This is what I expect. This is my non-negotiables. This is my boundaries. This is my visions. This is my dreams. This is my direction. This is who I need to be. This is how I expect to be treated. Right? This is what I expect to create. That is that outer radiance energy. That is where the lioness part of our female incarnation starts to take over and starts to take position. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful moment, right? Here I am, world, and I am unafraid. I'm unafraid of who I am because I know myself. And when I'm unafraid of who I am because I know myself and I feel who I am, and I don't have any shy parts within me. I don't have any hidden parts because I've worked through all my stuff. I don't have any deep blocks because I've worked through all my stuff. Here I am. I know who I am. And because of that, I get to be unapologetically myself. That's the moment where we move into this energy of I can be unapologetic with myself. I can be unapologetic with myself in the world. That is lioness energy. And what does it mean to be unapologetic with self? It means that you can be courageous. It means that you can be brave. It means that you can go for the things you want to go for, say what you need to say, travel to another country, do what you need to do to make the brilliance of yourself exist. And this is the next favor of the lioness, is that she will do what it takes to make herself exist. She will do what it takes to manifest her visions. She will do what it takes to ensure her creations realize. She will do what it takes to make sure that her lovers, her soulmates, her relationships honor and respect her and serve her and beautify her. She will do what it takes to ensure that her body is on side with her, that she'll look after it and self-care and create the environment she needs to exist more. And so the lioness energy is saying to us, I choose to exist more. I choose to exist more in this life. I want to live more in every molecule of every moment, more and more and more. I want to awaken more and more. I want to have an enlightened experience more and more and more. I want to experience deeper and pleasure more and more and more. I want to exist. And that's why a lot of us has gone on this massive self-healing journey, right? To get rid of our childhood stuff and the genetic patternings and the past relationship and the all that bloody blah 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 blah. That's why you've gone on that journey, is so that you can exist. Why do you want to exist? Right? Why? We all want to exist more. You know, there are two big questions. Who am I and why am I here? Well, it's to exist. It's to experience who you are as a unique being in this beautiful world and in this universe. It's here to ensure that you get to create. It's here to ensure that you get to birth heaven back into reality. It's here so that you can tune back into this beautiful world and replay with it in a new way. But we can't get to this level of play, right? We can't get to this level of play, of existing, if we haven't liberated our female body, if we haven't liberated our sexual energy to be a sacred force, if we haven't liberated our breasts to awaken and our yoni and activated these parts of ourselves, we haven't lived, we can't fully live and exist if we don't have our intuition free to have our visions and our knowings. We won't be able to exist fully if we're still hiding in our own self-esteem issues, or we're still trapped in all our own criticism, or we're still dealing with our shadows of our past. Because all of that does is it just shuts down the incarnation of your soul through your female body temple, right? And all you're doing is battling with all this other stuff inside, even though parts of you can see how you should be existing and see what you should be living as, and you can probably see your highest potential already, but you're still here battling with all the stuff, whatever it is, jealousy, criticism, my body's this, my body's fat, I'm still carrying my mom's shame and her craziness within me, right? And we all have a different story. And that's why we go on a journey, first of all, shifting the female body temple, whoosh, clearing it of all this mud, getting rid of it, letting the soul force start to incarnate, waking it up, doing breath work to reconnect our body, doing breath work to reconnect our sexual energy to our heart, to our mind, doing breath work to awaken our breasts, doing breath work and sacred movement work to awaken all of our beautiful energy so that we liberate our beauty again, we liberate our gorgeousness again. And when that part of us is blossomed, when we're like, I'm here, I've done it, I wiped the past from me, I've let go of the trauma, I can let my beauty, my soul exist. I can feel it crystalling through my eyes and my brain and my throat. I can feel my beauty shining through every part of my female body temple, because I've let it exist and I've awakened it through healing, through breath work, through sacred movement, through meditation, through honoring myself, through self-care, through saying what I need to say. I've allowed myself to exist in stage 1 from the perspective of the body, the female body temple. And then we say, let me exist in stage 2, which is that lioness energy of like, I'm coming out to this world. But you need to have all of your body on side with you to be able to do that. Otherwise, if you still haven't awaken the goddess force, your body, your female, your embodiment of your female body temple, right? You will have visions and you'll have creations, but if you haven't fully woken it up, you'll be like, you'll take one step forward and then you'll take 3 steps back and you'll collapse into your self-worth. And then you'll be like, oh, but I know I'm meant to be this. And you'll take 3 steps forward and then you'll be like, oh my God, now I'm shy. People are going to judge me. And I can't do that social media post. I'm going to shut it all down. I'm going to collapse back in, right? And then we go on this beautiful, beautiful, crazy little dance of coming out into the world, right? And then collapsing back into our shadows, coming out into the world and collapsing back into our shadows. And then we do this weird little dance, right? And then we feel like we're actually not getting anywhere. And that's why when we've worked through our body, female body temple, and I mean really worked through it, I have so many ways to show you how to work through it in my Sensual Enlightenment Academy, which goes through your breasts and your yoni and your menstrual cycle and all the power points of your menstrual cycle and your intuition and your heart and your sexual energy and everything, like with the breath work and the sacred movement. We have a whole program to support that. When you've got that on side, you are so strong that you'll have a vision for something and you will go for it. I promise you. Be like, yeah, 10, I'll do a social media post. I'll get on a live and do that. And there won't be any shame or judgment or anything like that. Okay? Or you'll feel so on side with your energy, you know you've got to say something to your partner and you'll be like, let me say it because it's easy to say now. Because you're not collapsing back into your old stuff. Instead, you've learned to weave all the right currents through your body to make you so strong that your soul is in every part of you, that you're so strong to your core that you can go and make those actions. You can go and do those things. You can go and live. And so this is the lioness. And the lioness cannot exist unless she steps upon the goddess within you. Right? She cannot exist. Otherwise, if this woman, this goddessy energy, this part of you that hasn't shifted all the old stuff and learnt to claim yourself as sacred and worthy, will be so wobbly that the lioness on top will be wobbly, right? And then you won't get anywhere. But we wanting to build the blocks to make you so strong, right? So strong that you become one revolutionary force. A revolutionary force who plays with life, a revolutionary force who makes love to life, a revolutionary force who makes changes. Because let me tell you, being a woman, you need to have, and a successful, abundant woman in love, you need to have a lot of energy. If you're going to be a mom and you're going to learn to create your own abundance and you're going to want to go out and play and dance all night long, right? And meet people and enjoy and go for and feel excited about, creating a project and a vision, you're going to need a lot of energy. A lot of energy. You're going to need a lot of energy that is not collapsing into your own self-doubt. You need a lot of energy that's not collapsing into your own unworthiness, right? You're just going to need a lot of energy on your side to be able to do all of that with beautiful clarity. All of that with beautiful clarity. And the way we do that is by starting to strengthen the female body temple, incarnate the soul there so that you can come out into life and do what you need to do. Right? There is no way in hell, I can tell you right now, there is no way in hell I can get up, write a book, right? I've written 2 books, write a book, take my daughter to school, come back, do some social media, do a private session on someone, create a course, organize some admin stuff behind the scenes, go pick up my daughter, do homework with her, make sure I'm a mom, maybe bake a cake, cook some dinner, do some washing, do some clothing, right? Then be like, now I need to go out dancing all night, to go do it all again the next day. I need a lot of energy on my side to be able to live life. I need a lot of energy on my side to exist, right? So important. How do we get our energy on our side? Well, you liberate your soul force. You incarnate your soul into your body. And when you do that, you activate the function of your body to be energetic. You activate your thyroid more, right? You activate your ovaries, your hormones. You activate your brain. the serotonin levels, you activate your being, your adrenals, your muscles, all to be on side with you. The only person I want on my side, really, the only person I want to be my biggest team player, the only thing I really want to be my soulmate, which is constantly inspiring me and loving me, is my body. It's my body. Because I know when I am incarnated into my body, everything's working well. My health, my joy, my ideas, my visions, my oomph, my empowerment, my sovereignty, my boundaries, because I've got clarity within me, right? The clearer I am with all of this, the more of a force I become. And that's lioness. That is lioness, right? That's lioness. And this is why you are working and this is, I guess what I'm trying to say is, all the healing you've done, all the choices you've made, all the times you've decluttered your house, all the times you've detoxed your body, all the times that you've honored your body, your breasts, your any part of you, right? You've accepted yourself. You've gone on that whole journey, is helping your soul incarnate more and more and more. And everything you've done is helping this process and this journey of weaving you back into your body so that you can go to the next level. And some of us need to be really supported on this part of the journey, right? Some of us need to be supported on this type of journey from learning to reheal all the female stuff that's caught inside if there's birth traumas or there's old abuse or heartbreaks or loneliness or depression, some of us need help there, right? To shift and heal. Some of us need help more at the place of how do I birth and awaken the magic of my breasts and my yoni and my sexual energy so I can put my body back together so I've got a force inside of me again. How do I remember this recircuiting? Some of us need help there. And some of us need help like, well, I've got all this, and it'll be interesting to see where everyone's at, actually, what level people are at. You can write it into the chat because I'd love to know where you're at these stages. And none's worse or better than the other, right? Because we go through cycles of sometimes having to go back to the first element of healing some deep stuff, right? Some of us are like, I've got it now, I need to come out, right? And the next stage is coming out to life. Now I've got my energy as one force. How do I begin this process of existing and creating and getting my visions out there and earning abundance from it, right? And some of us, right, from maybe another fourth stage, if you will, have kind of journeyed through all of that, and they're ready for the next elevation in the cycle. They're ready to go deeper into their female body temple and allow more of their soul force to come through and wake up more of the magic of their female body temple and really wake up their channeling and their intuition and the power of their heart and the power of their womb and the power of their sexuality to be even more, so that they can be more in life and do the next level of moreness here. And they're needing to complete this circuit at a whole other level. Because this journey I'm telling you about happens again and again and again in our life. There are moments I come back and I've got to go, I've got to do some of my goddess work again. I know I've kind of let that sexual energy deflate, right? I've kind of gotten a bit heartbroken, a bit despondent, starting to get a little bit flabby in places and the weight won't shift. I've got to get back to the goddess work because I know I need to start there again, that self-care, the breath work, the sacred movement, the honoring the sacredness, the coming back to me to find me again, right? So that I can come back out into the world again. So we go through these cycles all the time at different levels and in different spaces, right? And the problem is a lot of women don't have the skills or the tools to be able to do this successfully, right? Or they've got missing information. Like they know some little bits, but they don't have a complete teaching, right? Or awareness of how to do this for themselves profoundly again and again and again and again, right? Which is why I'm here, which is why I exist. It's part of the reason why I exist is to teach you all of this stuff, is to teach you all the nuances of awakening the female body temple, is to teach you all the nuances of helping your soul embody and incarnate, is to teach you all the nuances, right? Of how to liberate yourself so much that you become that revolutionary force of the lioness, right? So that you are unashamed to be abundant. You're unashamed to be going for your dreams and your visions and your creations and just doing it, right? There is so much, because what I am here to teach and gift you with and hold you in, right, is to reweave you, rewire you so that you're so super strong and stable that it's easy, right? That it's easy, because it's an amazing, extraordinary life out there. And you're going to need all of you on side. Trust me, because it's so brilliant. And there's so much for you to do. Because I know all of you dream big. I know all of you know deep down inside who you are, what you're meant to be here, what you're meant to create. I know you've got big dreams, big visions, big ideas, big soul purposes. Big soul purposes. But how do we realize it? How do we get it to actually happen? We do this journey. And sometimes we've got to do the journey a few times. Or we come back to this journey again and again. Goddess to lioness, goddess to lioness. And it's a powerful journey. Powerful journey. So I invite you just to take a deep breath and let all these codes and teachings and activations come through you. Just let all my words open you up, activate you, help you to remember what you need to remember. Take a few deep breaths. You might want to move your body. You might want to give it a stretch. Ah, beautiful. Just let it all move through you. And there's a lot in this transmission, so I invite you to listen to it again, because sometimes just listening is a way of reconnecting and refiguring and recircuiting your body to be stronger inside. You know, I'm very much into embodiment, but at a much more enlightened embodiment level. And so words are powerful. This transmission in itself is the activation. So just really let it go in. You might feel codes coming in. You might feel your cells wanting to pop open with like, lioness energy, I'm here. Pop, 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 pop. Amazing, 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 amazing. And the sun, just welcome, just open your arms up. I think because we've got a lot of sunlight coming, and the sunlight prana is in through everything. Just open your arms up and just drink it in. Like drink sunlight into your crown chakra, breathe it in, drink sunlight into your third eye, drink it in, drink sunlight into your throat, drink it in, sunlight into your heart, drink it in, sunlight into your solar plexus, drink it in, sunlight into your sacral chakra, drink it in, sunlight into your yoni, your base chakra, drink it in. And this is why I love the female body temple. It's really good to be made love to by the sun. So if you like, you can just visualize the sun, drinking that all the way through your yoni, your vagina, and just letting sunlight come in and just warm your womb space. And just keep pulling the sunlight into your beautiful sexual palace there, your yoni, your vagina, your womb, drinking all that sunlight in there. And it feels really good. And we should be doing this, ladies. We should be letting the sun make love to us more often. I actually had a love affair with the sun one summer, and the sun came down and made love to me like every day. It was so bright. And I'd lie there with my legs open, letting the sun come in. And I learnt to orgasm with the sun and ride the sun waves through me. And it was the most powerful and liberating experience. And I'd go for a walk and I'd feel the sun touching my shoulders. And I was like, oh, my sun lover is here, you know? And it really retaught me just to have an energetic relationship, like a cosmic lover. And I remember joking one day to the sun, I was like, you never kiss my hands, because it's the sun, right? And that day that while I was working, two men came into the shop I was working in and kissed my hands. No one ever kissed my hand in the shop, but two men came in and kissed my hand that day. And I was like, okay, you are my sun lover. And so it was a beautiful experience, very healing, but also taught me a lot about energy and the female body, and just letting the cosmic forces feed us more and nourish us more. It was just magic. So go have a love affair at the sun. I highly recommend it. I haven't got my book here, but I've written about it in my book, Sacred Revolution. Where is my book? See, I never remember to bring these things out because I get so excited to talk to you. I think I have it. Oh, doesn't matter. I have written a book around all this. You'll find it in there. So yes, goddess, lioness, it's beautiful energy. Let the sun make love to you. And I have gorgeous, beautiful women. We've got a lioness, and I'd like to invite you into this if it's okay. A lioness package, a summer offer. It's a 3-month container. It has my Sensual Enlightenment Academy in it. It will go through, oh, it's beautiful. It will go through your breasts and your yoni and your womb and your sexual energy. There's 6 courses in it. And you will unlock your female body temple and let your soul incarnate again. And it's there to strengthen you to return back to goddess. There's also a Unlicious Yogini, Unlicious Yogini course in there, which teaches you how to make love to the universe and the sun and everything like that. And that's really magical. And it takes you to another level of your ability to experience pleasure, but more importantly, it will stop you from needing to get validated from another relationship, because you're so validated within your own self and so validated with the universe. It awakens your power as a woman in a whole new way. So it's a really powerful course, that one. It also has a jade egg course in it, like the jade egg. There's a live recording of a workshop. I mean, it's just there's a library in there of like activations and stuff. It's powerful. The Sensual Enlightenment is powerful. But in this Lioness package, we have that. Plus, we have live group coaching calls. Like we've got a goddess initiation there and a lioness initiation, so that you like really come out into life. It's so powerful. And there's private sessions. So private sessions with myself, and I've invited Joyce Alapido in there, and she actually works with Layla Martin. So she's an amazing sexologist. So we've got a combination of private sessions, which is where the absolute magic is, where we get to work with you one-to-one to really elevate you, because we all have different stuff. We've all got different stuff going on. And sometimes we need an expert to come in and just unlock us, to see us, to elevate us, to rise us to a new level of self, right? To be held so that we can go to that new level. And this is what this does. You've got these private sessions, and I'm a master healer, right? I've done 15,000, 20,000 hours of private sessions. I'm actually shit hot at sessions. Like, and I'm saying that because I actually am. Not because, I'm really, really good in sessions with people, and I'm intuitive and I'm quick, and I can unlock you and awaken you. Like, the universe has trained me to do this stuff. So, it's got a lot of private sessions. There's different offerings. There's 3 different offerings, different tiers, depending how much you would like. But I would go and explore that page, and I would be curious about which of the Lioness package, am I on offer 1 and offer 2 and offer 3 to come into this program. It's 3 months. You get lifetime access to the Sensual Enlightenment Academy. You also get a gift voucher into my Sacred Star coaching certification, if that's interest of you. I've just put so much into this package because I felt women needed it. It's like an at-home retreat, an at-home ceremony, an at-home pilgrimage back to yourself. It's super powerful in like so many ways. And I'm inviting you to get curious about it. Come along. I'm opening up for 10 women. The reason we're opening up for 10 women only, and we've sold a third of it already, right, is because I don't have time. I actually don't have time, and neither does Joyce, to be able to fit in more private sessions, right? So this is why it's an offer for these women to come that really want to work deeply and come along, so it's open for 10 women. I think we've got like 7 spots left, so if it's calling you, come. We begin a day after the summer solstice, so you've got between now and then to get onto the program. You can begin straight away with the Sensual Enlightenment Academy. I personally look forward to giving you a session. I haven't done a lot of session work for a really long time, and I'm like, I can feel it. I'm like, let me give some amazing initiations and awakenings to those that are ready for it. So if this is you, like, I want to work with you. I want to awaken you. I want to take you to your next level, whether it's your next level in your body, your next level in love, your next level in your business. I have made £1 million in my business, so I know about business and making money and what it takes. If you want any of those stuff, if you want a new vision for your life, like true vision, and you need to be held in this particular field, then this is for you. And I invite you in. I welcome you in so much. I want to work with you. I really, really do. And I want to give you the gift of the Sensual Enlightenment Academy in it, because it is an at-home retreat. You'll get all the tools. For me, it's like, I want to give you tools for life that will serve you again and again. And you will get the tools that will serve your life. And yes, it's in a structure of an online course, but it's got all sorts of meditations and yoga and movement videos and reflection questions. But ultimately, you take that, you absorb it, and then you go out in your life. And every year, when you need to come back to this, every day, when you need to come back to these goddess practices, you make it your own, because I'm more interested in you making everything your own. But a lot of us have got a lot of missing information around this stuff. And I want you to take all the information so you can make it your own. Because a lot of us have picked up a little bit here from someone or a little bit there. And it's like, it's just not enough. You need like a complete initiation and evolution and retraining of your body to make what I'm telling you happen. And this is what the Sensual Enlightenment Academy does. And then you've got your coaching course, your goddess and your lioness initiation core, and then you've got your private sessions. Come along, please come, 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 whoever you are. I know it's not for everybody, right? But if you're feeling that it's for you, then you need to be with us. Don't delay, because if you're wanting to make those jumps in your life, this is part of a big key. You see a lot of female empowerment stuff going around. This is what I say, this is the key to it. Because you're learning to embody your power as one force through your system. So you'll find the link around, or you can DM me and just go and explore the page, or write us an email or contact us, and we'll get back in touch with you with more information. But come. I'm super excited for it. We've sold offer 3 already. So one lady was like, it's for me. This one's for me. And she just straight away booked it. I was like, amazing. Yeah, lioness. Wow. And I want to share with you one beautiful lioness thing that I've just received. It's funny how we move into alignment with something. Now, this is what I love. When you move into alignment with something happens in the universe. There's a shift. And the universe brings something to you to recognize that shift, right? That's how I know I've made a shift, is when I get the thing, the gift, or the acknowledgement from the universe that this alignment has now, you're honored, you've gotten the prize, right? Sometimes it could be seeing like a nature animal, or it could be a message or a sign or something that you see and you're like, I've got it, right? And sometimes it's a gift, right? So my latest gift from the universe, which actually came from my student from my embodiment coaching course, is this amazing necklace. I don't know if you can see it. And it's a jaguar tooth. It's a jaguar tooth. And it's made from some tribe deep in the Amazon where they don't even speak any other language other than their own language. So it's real deal stuff. And there's also snake vertebrae on it and seeds, but it's the jaguar tooth. the lioness, right? And so what that says to me is that this lioness energy is real. This lioness energy is needed. This offering, this package is for those women that are ready for it. Here, take the tooth and be the lioness. And so I've been honoring this lioness energy more and more and more in my life. And that's why we need to talk about it. You need to hear it. You need to become it. You need to experience it. And yeah. Amazing. All right, my beautiful people. I love you as always. Thank you so much for being in my world, in my field, in my tribe. We have so much for you going on all the time. Whether it's, a little insight that I leave every now and then on social media, whether it's a free resource like a course that I have on my website. There's lots of free courses. Whether it's a beautiful offering that I have, like one-to-one sessions or the retreats, which sold out this year, and I can't wait to do my retreats this year. Whether it's an online course, whether it's something, there's always something going on to inspire you. And my offerings are inspiring you, right? They're inspiring you so that you grow, so that you awaken, so that you embody more of your soul, so that you arrive, so that you get to exist. And the only way that this world is going to change, the only way that nature will return, the only way that we'll be able to support our environment, the only way that we're going to have better families, better relationships, better bodies, better health is if you exist more in your truth. So know it, honor this process. It's a journey, and I'm here to support you every single way, every single step of the way. Right? So I'm here to help you embody your soul brilliance. And the only ultimate reason is so that you can exist and shift the molecules of reality. So, welcome, gorgeous people, to my world, to your worlds, and to the world that we live in. So I'm going to end this with a little prayer. Mother, Father, our grandmothers, our grandfathers, our brothers, our sisters, our friends, our families, the winds, the waters, the earth, the sea, the land, the birds, the bees, the trees, the sun, the moon, the stars, the sky. We thank you for who we are and who we are all becoming. And maybe we just leave with a little lioness roar, just so you can practice. All right, so you ready? No one's looking. All right, it's just me and you. Come roll with me. One more. And come into the lioness package or offering, whatever you want to call it. Come join us. I want to awaken you. So much love. I'm feeling everyone. So good to see you all.